Hi, this is Amy from alchemyhospital.net, and last time we left off at the hotel, where we're outside of right now, when we met Vincent again, and now he told us to go to the park. So now we're headed down Nathan Avenue, I think it is, and we go down there, and eventually we'll get a cutscene and end up at Lakeside Amusement Park. And this is the level viewer. And I'm using sort of different programs this time around because I had all these problems with, well, my laptop updated, and I was trying to keep it from anything changing on there because it wasn't even connected to the internet. I just used it for old games, and mostly Silent Hill games. But anyway, that screwed up, so now I'm using it on my new computer, which is supposedly a gaming computer, so it should at least work well enough, but still I'm having to deal with different programs and things, and that's the map there. I recall some people, back on forums back in the day saying, can we zoom in on that, what does it say, but since you can't zoom in on it in the game, there's not that level of detail, so there's really nothing to see there. There's just the big numbers there. It's not like they're labeled or anything with park attractions. And again, I've switched Heather's regular outfit with the Memory of Alessa outfit. And I also uploaded a video on the Texture Explorer, so it should give you some idea of how to do that with the PC version. And even though you can't zoom in, there's, in the game, there's a lot of detail on these storefronts and things. There's little flyers in the windows and things there. There's t-shirts and keychains. Well, just the textures of them, and that's the Borley Mansion calendar. It's on the back wall there. She's just about to run past it there. And there's one that I made a couple years ago. Well, a few years ago now, I guess. I made a 2015 calendar. I had that printed up on glossy paper and gave some of those away. And we have the roller coaster key. Those look like, I guess, Robbie hats. Those would be kind of fun, if they made those. But I guess we should be happy that they at least made Robbie plush figures, even though I don't have one. I'm afraid my dogs would destroy it, so I'm afraid to buy one anyway. And there are those t-shirts in that middle thing there. Then over this way there's butter cakes and cookies right in front of her right there. I think there's cookies on the other wall. There's more cookies and butter cakes over there. I'm just going to run through here a bit. And I'm going to try to get some level viewer things going on. Because there's a lot of, weird bodies around, underneath things. Where all those pipes and, I don't know. Those pipes over there. I don't think it's in this area, but there are a lot of bodies, and both of Robbie's and of those, Valtiel type looking figures. Hanging bodies. There's one coming out of a pipe in this room, but I didn't get a good picture of that. You see most of them inside there, and then he's sort of coming out of the back side of it. There's his legs. That's from PS Home there, when they were promoting the HD collection. And they had, basically you could buy them. It was like a separate head and body, though. And you could look like Heather or James playing that. I was upset when they got rid of that, though. And this is the level viewer here. So it's hard to see all this stuff in-game because it's so dark and foggy. I just really enjoy this Memory of Alessa skin swap, so I'll probably keep that on for a while. There's a Mountain Coaster logo.
The girl. And you
Those are the textures for the bodies and for Robbie.
What is it now?
Lied to me about Heather, lady. I don't like being.
Alright, now she wakes up or whatever on top of this ticket booth. Those are textures from the beginning. And these textures are usually 512 pixels square, so they're not like huge. That's why you can't zoom in on a lot of things, because there's usually a lot of things on one of those textures too. Alright, I don't know where I'm going now. Alright. So the Haunted Mansion. It's hard to see what it really says on the tombstones. There's cute little jack-o'-lanterns there. And that's using the SH Fly programs to make the camera sort of zoom out a little bit. Because you can't move Heather around with that program, even though you can move James and Maria in Silent Hill 2. I like the detail in this too.
Borley Haunted Mansion. We're so glad you came.
It's a pretty cool area, I
Come
think.
inside and look around. When you feel help, help. Do you hear those voices? A family of 4 was sliced into bloody pieces in this room. Cries of the children.
I've zoomed in on this guy before, but it's not, I mean, you can kind of see him anyway, it's not that exciting. The cobwebs get sort of messed up in the model viewer there. They're not transparent.
This mansion is quite old, so please watch your step. Sometimes the floor suddenly gives way, and beneath the floor.
There's a teddy bear on that chair there.
I'm so sorry.
There he
This
is.
place is just falling apart. The mechanism is broken, you see. It wasn't
Man, this part
supposed to stop
messed up.
there, I assure you. There's the exit.
Now, once I get into that red part, this is the overview of it. But if you look underneath, you can see the dead bodies. And I guess there's grating, see under her feet there. But you can't really see it when you're in the game. Like, you don't even notice that there are bodies under there, because you're so busy trying to get away from the stupid red mist stuff, which I failed to do right there. But we'll leave off here, I suppose.